Hey everyone, so I am back with another vlog, and I named this my favorite horror movies and editions because, I didn't really want to do a top countdown of my favorite horror movies because that can be hard to do, but I might have to do some revisions because I found some of my stuff that should have been in the countdown. But to start things off, with the Vestron line, Chud 2, Bud the Chud. I know some people don't like this movie, but I did. I thought there were some moments in the movie where it had some creepy moments, and if they wanted to play it straight, it could have actually been a scary movie. But, I thought it was cool, and I thought that this was a pretty cool film from the Vestron line. And I like this edition because at least you do get audio commentary with David Irving, interviews with actor Garrett Graham, actress Trisha Lee, special effects artist Alan Apone, and video trailer and still gallery. This one isn't a horror movie, but one of my favorites is Turbo Kid. I freaking love this movie. I have the regular edition, I believe, is from the UK, and I can't remember where I got the steelbook at. But this has the Blu-ray and DVD in it, and it comes with a decent amount of bonus features. But yeah, it's definitely one of those movies I can watch over and over again. I really like the character of Apple. It's a post-apocalyptic type world. And I keep forgetting his name. Let's see. Yeah, Michael Ironside. One of my favorite actors. But if you haven't seen this movie, you definitely need to check it out. Next up, of course, one of my favorites, Army of Darkness. I know for the longest time there was like a German edition that looked really sweet, and it had like all these different editions. And then Scream Factory finally came out with their version. But I know there was a problem with one of the discs, and there was a replacement, and of course I got the replacement. But I was just happy to get this edition of Army of Darkness, one of my favorite movies with Bruce Campbell in it. Next up, The Exorcist 3 from Scream Factory. Finally getting the edition we've been wanting to get. And to me, a movie that's just as good, if not better, than the original. Definitely better than the crappy second and the others that's followed. And, look at that list of bonus features. I mean, that's crazy what Scream Factory did for this release. I'm definitely glad to get this. I mean, especially, considering the other editions that came out, didn't even have any freaking bonus features. We get a slipcover, and I like that scene from the movie. That was a creepy ass scene of the movie. And I love the artwork layout. There you have George C. Scott. I really liked him in the movie. This was a really, really good movie, and definitely creepy. So that was The Exorcist 3, and I really liked this edition of Possession. Now, I didn't get the bigger one because at the time I couldn't afford it, but to me this edition is just as good, especially when you're trying to find, a copy of this movie that's not like ridiculously expensive. I mean, now you can find copies of this movie, for cheap, but at the time, the only thing that you could get was like the out of print DVD. But I'm glad to have picked up the special edition. I mean, and you get a decent amount of bonus features on here, but the bigger one, you know, definitely comes with a better amount of bonus features and stuff. Another one I'm glad to have is Stephen King's Sometimes They Come Back, starring Tim Matheson. I really like this movie. And the odd thing is, I first saw this movie in my health class. Now, what a Stephen King movie is doing in the health class, I have no idea. But I'm glad that they showed it. And, you know, for the longest time, they had that out-of-print DVD. So I was really stoked that Olive Films, you know, put this out on Blu-ray. It's from 1991, 98 minutes. It's a really cool-ass movie. But yeah, that's Sometimes They Come Back. And one of my favorites, and I should have put this on my top 20, you know, favorite horror movies of all time, and that is Tales from the Crypt, Demon Knight. And I really like this edition from Scream Factory. I really dig the cover artwork. You know, Billy Zane was freaking awesome in this. I even liked Jada Pinkett Smith in this. I mean, everybody was cool. I mean, you know, sure, the movie was, you know, had its comedic elements, but it also had, you know, or added that fun element to the movie. And, you know, I mean, look at that list of bonus features. I mean, that is crazy. You know, and it's one of those movies I wish that they were able to do a remake of, but I know at the time it didn't do that well in the box office. And that's a shame because this was a pretty damn good movie. Another movie that's not horror, but I'm glad was put out is Almost an Angel. You know, I know for the longest time the DVD was out of print. You know, it's Paul Hogan where, you know, he thinks he died and he's an angel, so, you know, he tries to help this guy out. But I just remember liking this movie a lot. It's from 1990 and it's 96 minutes. It's too bad it didn't, you know, come with any bonus features. And I believe she's Paul Hogan's real life wife, I think, but I could be wrong. But yeah, I'm glad to finally have this on Blu-ray. Next up, one of my favorites, and also probably should have been on my top 20 list, Maniac Cop. And this is put out by Synapse Films. I have part 2 and 3. Both of them came with slip covers. This didn't have a slip cover. This one has Bruce Campbell and Tom Atkins in it. Just a really awesome movie. And I'm gonna have to replace the case on this because when I got it, it had like a broken bottom. I'm glad I have replacement cases. But that's Maniac Cop. Love this movie. And then the last one up, and you know, I'll probably do more videos like this, but this is the Swamp Thing media book. And probably the main reason why I got this is it has the nudity scene all intact. And that's probably the only reason why I got this. I mean, I love the movie Swamp Thing, of course. I mean, I've got the Scream Factory DVD, which, you know, has the nude scene cut out. I have the TV series of Swamp Thing on DVD. But yeah, this is a really cool looking edition. Of course, I haven't opened it up yet. But you know, if I ever feel like, you know, watching it, you know, then I'll open it up. I got cover B, and this is number 229 out of 500. So it was pretty limited. And it is from NSM Records. So that was my favorite editions and my favorite horror movies. So this is just part one, and I have probably several more to go to share with. I want to thank y'all for taking the time to watch this video. Y'all have a great one, and I shall see y'all later.